What's up, people? Unpopular Truth, back with another video. I did a video about the Eastern Conference Finals some time ago, and I had some Lebron cult members that tried to bring up this series, and they were saying that the Spurs was just so much better than the Cavaliers, and they proceeded to act like the Spurs played so much better than the Cavaliers in that final series in 07, right? Which I told them, I said, I don't think you watched it. I kept telling them, I don't think you watched that series. It was not that far-fetched that the Cavs could have won this series. But they tried to make it like, because the Spurs had won 3 years prior, 2 or 3 years prior, that they were just so much better than the Cavaliers that year. And actually, well, not even gonna say the Cavaliers, that the supporting cast was just so garbage for the Cavaliers. They was just so garbage, you know. That's what the narrative is out there in the world. But as you can see, as this video is playing, what actually happened, right? You see, they're leaving this man wide open shooting jumpers. And when I say this man, I mean LeBron James. Here we go again. You see, they standing like 3 to 4 feet from him. Tim Duncan. They got Tim Duncan guarding him. That's bad in itself, anyway, right? But you see that nobody's really guarding him. That's the team. We're gonna go back to it. Look at this. Look how Tim Duncan is guarding him. Nothing. Just like they guard Rudy Gobert. Nothing. We ain't gonna talk about that. He do that so much. Look at this. When we talk about the great players, who is he better than that they letting shoot like this? They let nobody shoot like this. Then, like you say, now we got to question the IQ. Some of this stuff is just IQ based. I don't know what people seen in this series, right? They try to act like the rest of the Cavaliers were just so bad in this series. Look at this stuff. Look at it. Look how wide open he is. This is happening during the whole series. Look at it. They're not even playing defense on him. But anyway, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, because everybody tried to act like the Spurs were just so much dominant than them in this series, right? Now let's get to it. This is enough of this. This is crazy. So now you see the starting lineups. That's the starting lineups, right? We got LeBron James, Boobie Gibson, Drew Gooden, Big Z, and Larry Hughes. Ginobili, Michael Finley, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan. I keep on forgetting this man's name for some reason. I know his name, but everybody know who he is. Let's keep going. Bruce Bowen. My bad, Bruce. My bad, Bruce. Starting lineup. This is the Cavaliers team. Now, let's be honest. LeBron James is the superstar on this team, right? He's a superstar. It's not that many noticeable names on here, right? But that's how it was at this time in the NBA. You had one superstar, and everybody else, you might have another good player on your team, but everybody else was role players. This is what everybody had. It wasn't nothing special about seeing a roster like this. It wasn't. This how it was. You had your superstar, and then you might have an all-star on the team, and then the rest of them were role players. Nothing special. So I don't know why everybody try to make him the victim, like he the only one had a team like this, right? That's how they portray it. Like he the only one had a team with this type of roster when it was everybody. But let's go. Let's keep going. Now, I brought this up for a reason. And the reason I brought this up, because I keep telling folks, if LeBron James averaged his season point average every game, they could have won at least 3 of these games. At least 3 of these games. They probably would have won 6 or 7 games, but they could have won 3 of these games if he averaged his regular season average in this series. What people don't want to admit is that LeBron James didn't show up in this series. His team actually showed up by playing great defense. And I'm gonna show you in a second what I mean by that, right? But as you can see, he averaged 27.3 points per game during the regular season. Larry Hughes 14, Drew 11, Big Z 11. Ain't nobody else. Who we got here? We got they got other people that don't score a few points in there. Nothing big, but that's decent. All that right there decent, right? So you see, their record is 50 wins, 32 losses that year. All right, you see all the credentials. You got the points per game. They 19th, and opponents they held them to 92 points. That's 5th, and that's great. That's pretty good. Now, here go the Spurs regular season. Timmy 20, Tony Parker 18. We'll say 19. We'll round it up. And you got Ginobili 16. Them the only 3 that's in double digits for the year. So, as we can see, again, LeBron James team has four people in double digits for the year. The Spurs has 3, even though they scored a couple more points, but double digits, right? So it's about equaled out, right? The whole scoring thing is about equaled out for the year. So it ain't nothing nobody did no more special than nobody else. Everybody points by equal out. And let's go here. Let's go all the way to the end right quick. So you see the Spurs, they averaged 2 more points than the Cavaliers that year. Let's look at it again. They averaged 96. The Cavaliers averaged 96. And the Spurs, 98. 2 more points that year. Right? And see the opponent. 92. That's not far off at all. All right, let's get to the nitty gritty. Now we're gonna go to game one. Got game one here. As you see the score, game one, 76 to 85. All right. Now, let's look at it. LeBron James had 14 points. They lost by 9. When we say this roster was just so garbage, look at what happened. Okay, if they garbage, LeBron James got to be garbage, right? Because Drew Gooden averaged the same amount of points as LeBron did the first game. Al, he averaged 13. Boobie Gibson averaged more points than LeBron James at 16 points. Then you had Varejao, he had 10. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in double digits, right? Boobie Gibson had more points than LeBron James. Let's not forget that. Now, let's go back to my narrative. Let's go back to my statement, right? If LeBron James averaged his 27.3 points a game, let's give him 7 more points. So if he had 21, right? If he had 21, that would give them 7 more points. They'll be tied. If they give him 6, they win the game. If he give him his 27, they win the game. Right? Right? If he give his 27 with the same production that his team gave him, they win that game. So that's game one. They had a chance game one if he played to his potential that he's supposed to play to, because he's so great, right? He's the greatest of all time to certain people, right? If he averages regular season game one, they win that game. Because let's go look at the Spurs. Tony Parker did his thing. 27 points. Tim Duncan did his thing. 24. Ginobili, 16. Ain't nobody else really do nothing. So let's look at this again. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double digits for the Cavaliers. Then you got 1, 2, 3 for the Spurs. My thing, the reason I'm bringing this stuff up is, what else did y'all want the Cavaliers players to do? All right, you only let 3 people get double digits. It's only the people that's supposed to get double digits too. It's only the people that's supposed to get double digits on you. Them the only people they let get double digits. Then you held the so great Spurs to 85 points. If we know basketball, I want to see who know basketball. If you hold a team that's usually scoring 98 points to 85 points, is that not great defense? Right? Because the people, the stars and the best players on the team, they gonna get off. Ain't nothing you too much do. You ain't gonna be able to stop all of them, right? Tony Parker, like I say, Tony Parker did his thing. Tim Duncan did his thing. Ginobili had his 16. Nobody else scored more than 6 points for a whole game. Hey, I take that all day. I take that all day. And the only thing happened is LeBron James didn't get his 27. So that's game one. So let's remember my point. If LeBron James averaged his 27 points per game, they could win game one. Right? All right. Let's go to the next one. And four of the Cavaliers that they say so garbage, that were just so garbage that year, all of them had double digits. Gooden had 14. Al had 13. Boobie had 16, 2 more than LeBron James. And Andrew Anderson, he had 10. All right. Let's go to game two. Game two. They lost by 11. Now, LeBron James, he did his thing. He didn't get his average, but his average wouldn't have got him there either. But again, let's go look at what happened. Larry Hughes, I think Larry Hughes got hurt in this game, but he didn't have no points, so boom. Now you got Al right there. He got 10. He averaged, I don't even think he averaged 10. We have to go back and look. Oh man. But yeah, I can't never not get a call, but that's how it go. But like I say, everybody, Boobie got 15, You got 4 people in double digits. I don't know what else you can ask from a team that y'all say so garbage, They just so garbage. But they lost by 11. They lost. That game, LeBron James, it wasn't too much more he can do. He just had to go above and beyond. Like Michael Jordan did, right? But he didn't. Hey, everybody can't be that, So let's go to see what the Spurs did that game. For some reason, they could not guard Tony Parker. I don't know who was guarding him, but they couldn't guard him. He was going crazy. Again, look at the rest of the team. Now you got Tim Duncan. You got his average. He was averaging like 25. He got 23. Tony Parker, the only one playing out his mind, and Ginobili played out his mind that game too, right? But look at the rest of the roster. Nobody else has more than 7 points. I don't know what else that's good defense to me. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you got 3 players in double digits and nobody else scored above 7. You got Tim Duncan, considered the greatest power forward ever, with 23. Tony Parker, he got 30. And Ginobili, one of the best 6-mans ever, got 25. Everybody else, lower than 7. Hey. You can't beat that. But they lost that game. Because they lost all 4 of them. But now, here go another game. You got Tony Parker, 17. They knocked him down. They knocked him back down to reality, right? 17. You got Bruce Bowens, 13. Right? Now, whatever you want to say, you cannot deny that the Cavaliers played great defense. They held the great championship San Antonio Spurs to 75 points. And they held Timmy D, the great fundamental, to 14 points. Let's look what Ginobili did. Oh man. Ginobili has 3 points. 3 points. What else? You held if the Cavaliers defense holds you to 75, that is great defense. What? You can't ask for much more from them. You cannot ask too much more from them that everybody say they so garbage. They just so garbage. You know, they just the roster was garbage. The Spurs just was so much better than them. They just so much better than them. They had no chance. They should have never showed up. They should have never showed up. Because they had no chance to beat the Spurs. But yet and still, they lost by 3 points. Held Tim Duncan to 14 points. Amen. Amen. Hey. Let's go to the Cavaliers, see what they did. LeBron, he did his thing, right? He did his thing. 41 minutes, he had 25 points. If he scored 3 more points, they tied up. If he scored 4 more, just 29, they win the game. Let's look at it again. Every game, the Cavaliers have 4 players in double digits. Let's go back. Every game, the Spurs have 3 players in double digits. They held Ginobili to 3 points. Tell me what else you want from him. Just tell me. Again, Drew Gooden doing his thing. Got 13 points. Booby didn't have number 2. He ain't had number 2 this game. Had a little slump. He slumped out that game. Al got his 13. LeBron got his 25. The Big Z got his 12. Now let's look at this though. I ain't been saying it. And I'm gonna admit I ain't been saying it. But Big Z got 18 rebounds over Timmy D. 18 rebounds. What else you want from him? What else do you want from Big Z? Because y'all say Big Z so sorry. Big Z was garbage to y'all. Big Z was garbage to y'all. That's what y'all say. Every time I hear somebody talk about it, they act like Big Z was trash can juice. But yet and still, he playing against the great Tim Duncan. Got 18 rebounds. Tim Duncan had 2 more points than him with 9 rebounds. Make sure. Game three. Game three. Okay. 18 rebounds over Tim Duncan. The great Tim Duncan. Come on now. Come on, man. The Spurs they just so much superior than the Cavaliers. Ain't no way they could have won against. You know what they could have won against the Spurs? Come on now, y'all tripping, man. You can't expect them to do that. With the greatest player ever on their team? The greatest player ever on the Cavaliers, they didn't have no chance. They had no chance. Unpopular truth. They had no chance, man. Come on. They had the great Tim Duncan getting out rebounded by Big Z. Who is Big Z? That's what everybody say. Hey, man, y'all tell me. Now let's go. This game 4. Game 4. Let's look at game 4. Got Timmy. Again, Big Z on Timmy. Big Z on Timmy. Turn to Gary Payton out here. Or Akeem Olajuwon. Who else? Man, it's just defense. Tim in the 4th game 4, he held Tim Duncan to 12 points. He had 15 rebounds. That's great. Hey, he had them 15. He tried to get it back. He tried to get it back from that last game. 15 rebounds. Tony Parker still playing, doing his thing. Tony Parker ain't played he ain't playing with him. Tony Parker say, I'm trying to get me another chip. Right? I ain't mad at him. 24 points. Now Ginobili said, hey, y'all 3 points, hey, don't think it's a game now. My boy came back with a vengeance now. My boy wasn't playing the game with him, that game. So we got, again, only 3 players in double digits. Only 3 players in double digits. Again. And Tim Duncan barely got in double digits. Barely. But hey, the Cavaliers was garbage. They was garbage. All right, let's go see what the Cavs had that game. Okay. Al didn't do nothing in this game. 3 points. Big Z had 8 points. Hey, but he got his 13 rebounds because from LeBron James fans, the rebounds count so much. So I mean, we can talk about it, Go because I talked about Tim Duncan, I talked about his, so we're gonna talk about it. 13 rebounds with Tim Duncan. Hey, what Big Z so garbage. So for him to do that, that's got to be something special, right? It's got to be something special. That's all I'm saying. You got Boobie Gibson, my boy. He got his 10 points. Got his 10 points. Drew Gooden, 11 and 11. 11 and 11. Then you got the greatest, the GOAT, the greatest of all time with his 24. Right? If he scores his 27 points per game, they win this game. Just give me the 27. I ain't asking you to do more than 27 this series. Just give me 27.3, because that's what he averaged for the year. Give me 27.3. You win this game. You win this game. So let's talk about it. Damon Jones, he had 9, but we only gonna talk about the double digits now. So they had 3 in double digits. The Spurs had 3 in double digits. Now they double digits was higher. But look at it. Nobody else did nothing. Nobody else. One thing the Cavaliers did, nobody else got off. It's nothing. If I wish, give me Michael Jordan. Give me Kobe. Give me Dwayne Wade. Give me any great superstar in this series. And this is a winnable series for anybody else. This is winnable. This is a winnable series for the Cavaliers. If LeBron James scores his 27 points, if he plays like y'all say he is. See, that's the thing. Y'all talk about how y'all want him to be. But let's just give him what he's supposed to be. Give him my 27 points, LeBron. Give him 27 points. And you could win 3 of these games. You got swept, but you could have won 3 of them if you played to your potential. If you played your regular season average, y'all can win 3 of these games. Now, who's to say y'all win the series? I'm not going to say that. Because we don't know. But the games that y'all actually played, if you average your 27, y'all could have won 3 of them. Let's go back. Let's go back to game 1. We're back at game 1. You lost by 9. Add 7, you got 21. So you would have had 83. Now get your 20. If you go to your 27 points per game, y'all win this game by 5. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's go to this game. This is the only one. If he averages 27, they win the one. That's the only one. Game 2. I give him that one. Game 2, you couldn't have won that one with your 27. But game 3, let's go to you hit your 27, y'all would have lost by 1. I give you that one. This was winnable though. This was winnable. So we'll give you 2. You got 2 games that you could have won, so y'all would have went 2-2 with your 27. This one you should have won. You get your 27, y'all win this one, game 4. You would have made it a series, not getting swept. So again, that's been my point. The Cavaliers stepped up. The rest of the team stepped up. The rest of the team stepped up. But let me show you. The reason I showed that video in the beginning of this is to show you this. This is why they lost. This is why they lost. He can't hit shots. They giving him shots. They giving him shots. They giving him an opportunity to score his 27. Miss free throws. Look at it. They ain't playing no. Look at that defense. Pull up for the jumper. Then you throw it off the backboard. What the IQ at? It don't even make sense why you threw that in the first place. Turnover. But it was the rest of the Cavaliers' fault that they lost. It was the rest of the Cavaliers' fault that they lost. They gave him. He had every opportunity. Every opportunity. Every opportunity. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Y'all gotta start being realistic about what this man done did. He's done nothing. Y'all bragged about the Pistons, them beating the Pistons like the Pistons had their whole team that they had when they won the championship. They did not have that. And everybody knew it, but they don't like to say it like that. Because if you gonna say that, that means you gotta say that this Spurs team wasn't as great as y'all gotta say that team wasn't that great. But y'all don't want to do that. But anyway, man, I did this video for these LeBron James fans that just unrealistic and try to act like they don't know what really happened in this game. They leaving him wide open, and he ain't making the shots. That's why they lost. Not his supporting cast. It wasn't their fault. It was LeBron James couldn't score wide open. That's why they lost. But anyway, man, y'all like, share, and subscribe. We'll get at y'all on the next one. Peace.